Hello and welcome to Where's the Bandwagon. My name is Will and it's just me today. This is an introduction to a new series I want to do on this channel, which is watching classic Doctor Who, reacting to each and every episode and finding and sharing the Easter eggs and stuff that I know about New Who that are references to the stuff I find. And I'll explain what I mean by that a little later, but wonderfully it's got a kind of wibbly wobbly, time in the wrong direction aspect to it that could only occur when watching Doctor Who. Before I explain a little further about the series, I'll just talk about this channel. It's the YouTube channel of me and my friend Ty's podcast, Where's the Bandwagon, and we talk movies and sports and games and pop culture as we try and find the bandwagon to see what people are jumping on. Although hilariously, I now realise I'm talking about stuff which aired in 1963, at a time of Beatlemania and 14 years before the French government stopped chopping people's heads off with the guillotine. If you want to see more, then please subscribe or follow us on our social media accounts. You see, I'm a huge Doctor Who fan. While there are some other specific shows that I have loved, Doctor Who is and will always be my favourite, and I'm sure nostalgia has me gripped, but I'm fine with letting it control me. I'm in my 20s and therefore grew up with Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant and Matt Smith, with Peter Capaldi and Jodie Whittaker coming along a little later. Now, I say I'm a Doctor Who fan, but like many of my fellow Doctor Who fans, I haven't watched 80% of the show that I call my favourite, and that's of course because of the split of classic Doctor Who to Russell T Davies' restart of the show in 2005. And the 2005 series, like much of what was to follow, was magnificent. It introduced nearly everything of Doctor Who to young and new viewers. But as I've grown older and as more and more episodes started revisiting classic Who stuff, I always wanted to know what the classic series was like, but I thought it was an old show, it'll be slow, I won't like it, it'll be dated, the effects will look pants, and as a teenager, if I had watched classic Who, I probably wouldn't have liked it. But I've grown up, I hope, and I have an appreciation for old movies and the limitations of the special effects and the budget, so I started to watch classic Doctor Who. Now, I'll be honest, I started watching classic Who a few months ago in January this year, January 2021. I went from an unearthly child to the web planet, still only following the first Doctor, and I actually wrote notes and reviewed each episode, if only slightly, while watching the series. But not really knowing what I was going to do with this information, it was more for me, it was my own personal record of my journey. The most wonderful part was I kept finding references and moments that, while I was watching it, I wrote down. And I was thinking, oh, that's from Star Wars. Oh, that's a reference to the Doctor calling out his celebrity friends. Oh, that's a reference to the sound of drums. But each time I had to remind myself that it's the other way round. This show has been a catalyst for sci-fi throughout all of Western culture, from Bosk wearing this guy's suit in The Empire Strikes Back, to the creators of Rick and Morty making their theme tune heavily influenced by Doctor Who's.
Doctor Who and his
And I want to find them all. I want to know all about all these references and nods from sci-fi to classic Doctor Who. It's these Easter eggs that I want to find and share, and maybe no one will watch, but that's fine, because I want to use this as my own record for when I inevitably go back and watch these Doctor Who episodes again. But if I do miss something and you spot it, please point it out in the comments or, contact me on social media. I'm really interested and would love to know. Now, I'll be doing a video for each story, but I won't be doing the stories that have missing episodes in, because I want to wait for the animations to come out and fill in the gaps. Plus, I think it'll be a really nice treat when, years down the line after the first Doctor's long and gone, what if the BBC revealed they're releasing the animated series of Marco Polo, and I get to see the young man back at it again after all these years. An ancient and brand new episode of William Hartnell for me to enjoy. Now, as you might have worked out, I do know general knowledge stuff from classic Who, but not really that much at all. Of the episodes I've seen so far, I really didn't know anything. So please, no spoilers, no matter how small you think they are. I'll be replying to all of the comments and I don't want to see any spoilers, but of course that doesn't apply to New Who stuff. I pretty much know all of that stuff word for word, so and that will be the fun thing, trying to match the New Who references to classic Who while I'm watching the stuff that came out in 1963. I hope you'll join me. Subscribe for my reaction and review of An Unearthly Child.